Couldn't sleep yesterday, so around 6 or 7 a.m. I went outside in search of something to eat, but the bakeries where I usually shop at were closed, and because it was so early, and I started to wander about and ended up in my old neighborhood, or more precisely near my old elementary school. And even though it's rather close to me, I don't usually go there very often. In any case, next to that elementary school, there is a park, and that park is probably my favorite place in this world. I got a bunch of very nice memories from my childhood from that place. And in any case, as I was getting closer to there, all of those memories started to come back, and I got all sentimental and mushy inside, and all that other crap. But when I actually got there, in the middle of that park, there's a big-ass church waiting for me, and around that big-ass church, there's an even bigger-ass fence covering hundreds upon hundreds of square meters around that church. Now, I can get over wars and inquisitions and crusades and attacks on science and reason. I can get over that, but attacking my childhood memories, well, that's not something that I can overlook. That's personal. And if you're thinking like he's gonna do the militant atheist thing, attack church and religion without much proper cause, well, because like people are gonna go to church and I don't know, praise Jesus and do the church thing. I don't mind the church, but I do have one slight little problem with this whole situation, and that is that nobody will get to go to that church. Even though you get like 90% or 95% of people claiming to be religious, and out of that 95% claim to be Christian, nobody will go to that church. Maybe on an opening day, if they're handing out free booze or something like that, or if there's a wedding or a funeral, or maybe then there are real good people there, but in general, nobody will go there. Or what I'm trying to say is that even though they profess it, to the overwhelming majority of people, the whole religion/spirituality thing means absolutely nothing. They've never bothered to read their holy books, and they will never bother to go to their holy places like that church, and they will never bother to check up on the claims of their religion. In fact, I would say that there is probably more chance of me going to that church now out of some morbid curiosity or something like that than any of the allegedly pious people. And this to me, even to this day, it makes little sense. I remember when I was a child and first introduced to these things that one of the decisions I made was that one day I will have to examine this carefully, and I will have to look into it. And I don't know, I guess most people never bothered with that. Like, most people around here are going to be Christian. I don't know, I guess it's good enough for them that most people are Christian, so that they're going to be Christian. Because, I don't know, in the West, or more precisely, I guess, in the US, it seems that people are at least going to their churches and doing the church thing and, I don't know, praising Jesus and all that other silly stuff. But around here, for someone to claim to be religious makes as much sense as for me to claim that I'm an astronaut. Well, maybe it makes more sense for me to claim to be an astronaut because I got some idea of what it entails, while they have no idea what it entails. And while I'm on the subject, I guess, a local Orthodox Church patriarch died a couple of weeks back, and that was rather big news around here. And a patriarch is basically a Orthodox Church version of a pope, like the head of the church or something. And in any case, because I didn't watch TV for maybe 5 or 6 years or something, I've been informed like 76 times by all sorts of different people that he's dead, and they informed me how much they respect him and how sorry they are that he died. and all that other stuff. And don't get me wrong, like compared to his counterparts, that guy looked pretty okay. Like he actually practiced what he preached. He didn't use religion to get money, which seems to be the best business around here, the God business. And anyway, once it all settled down and the funeral was over, none of his followers and none of his admirers, they didn't adopt his teachings. They didn't it didn't occur to them that they might follow what the guy was doing. Maybe they could be more humble and more honest and less wasteful and all that other stuff. And I'm telling you all of this because in this environment of fakely pious, there is a church where my childhood used to be. Even though there's no demand for it and there's no need for it, the only purpose it serves is that now, when I think back of my childhood memories, I have to think that there is also a church on top of it as I'm thinking about it. And I guess also some future kid that's gonna go out of that school, he's also, instead of a park, he's not gonna get that. He's gonna get a church and a fence, and that's not very inspiring. And I don't know, maybe they had to build something there because I don't know, it's a city-like environment, so they need to destroy all the green surfaces. But if they had to build something, why didn't they build maybe a hospital or I don't know, a observatory or a strip club? That would be nice for everyone. I would much rather prefer to see a mosque there, if for nothing else than for the sake of variety. I guess that proves that all atheists are secret Muslims deep inside. But yeah, there's plenty of churches around here. There's within like 5 minutes driving. There's at least 2 or 3 churches, not counting the one I'm talking about. And of course, nobody goes there, but maybe that's because they're not as big and as extravagant as this one. They have smaller crosses, and I don't know, maybe that's important in the whole God business. I'm not very informed on it. But yeah, also around that park there is that elementary school. There is also a couple of kindergartens, so I guess they chose it for strategic purposes, like it's right in the middle. I guess somebody was looking at the landscape and like he decided that the thing that was missing was a church to complete the view. So I don't know, if somebody was to ask me now, like, why do you dislike religion, while giving him the standard answers of it causing harm and retarding human progress, I guess it has gotten personal now, and I guess that would be my answer to the question. I don't know what else. I don't know how much time did I waste. I got no idea how close I am to that 10 minutes limit. I actually was thinking about doing this video. I just did, maybe like while walking on the streets next to that church for a better experience or something, but I don't know how people would take that, like a guy with the camera talking into the camera in some foreign strange language, like they would probably lock me up within 5 seconds or something. But yeah, I don't know, I guess this can make a video. I hope. I'm kinda slightly intoxicated and I'm half asleep, so I hope it makes any sense. I wanted to do a video about nature, but but I guess I'll do that tomorrow because I'm done.